chapter 3, form and event handling. Okay, so basically in this chapter we'll study how to create a form, and one more topic is there called as event handling. Okay, so events that are generated, how they are handled, we'll learn that. Okay, so you all must have filled many types of forms, right, online, right? So for example, student registration form, then your admission form you must have filled, right? So here in this chapter we learn how to create a form with its different components. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so first topic is basics of form. Okay, so basically why a website creates a form. A website basically creates a form in order to take some input from the user, right? So what does the form do? It takes the input from the user and submits that input, that is submit the answers of the user to the website, that is a designated web page, right? So basically it is used for user interaction. Okay, so form is basically used for user interaction. Okay, so for example, you have your admission form, right? While taking a admission you fill some online form, right? So you are the user who fills the form, and that information is again transferred to a college. Okay, so college creates a form, and student fills the form, and that information is again sent to a college. So that is basically a form. So there are some components of the form, right? Like you have a text box. For example, you have name field. So for name field you need to enter your enter your name, so you need what? Text box. So there are different components of form, like text box, text area, checkbox, radio button, push buttons. So these are basically what? Components of the form or controls of form. Okay, so in detail we'll study each of the component of the form in later slides. Okay, so basically HTML allows us to place all these components on a web page, that is on a form, and send the desired information to designated server. So in case of your college admission form, student is the user and the designated server is the college who creates the form. Okay, so all these components basically appears in a form tag. Okay, so in order to create a form you need a form tag, and there are various attributes of form tag. Okay, so the form has an attribute action which also gets executed when a user clicks a button on a form. Okay, so basically form tag is used to create a form. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. We'll see what are uses of form, why we need to create a form. Basically, in order to collect the information from a customer or students for online registration, we create a form. Then for online surveys, different kinds of surveys, research, we create a form, right? Then for conducting online examinations, that is your MCQs examination, we need what? Form. Then in order to collect the feedback from students, from other people, we need what? Forms. So basically these are different uses of the form. Okay, next we'll see there's a form tag. So there are various attributes of this form tag. So here we'll see what are different attributes of form tag. Okay, so see the table given below, that is properties and methods of form. We'll see the attributes of form. First attribute is action. So form tag has basically one attribute called as action, which specifies URL where the form should be submitted. That is it will specify, action will specify a URL where form needs to be submitted. Okay, then the method. There are two types of methods, that is get method and post method. In case of get method, when you type certain information on the form, and when you click on the submit button, and when you get the output in the URL, you can see what answers you have submitted. Okay, so it is not secure. But in case of post method, it sends the form data as an HTTP post transaction. Means whatever data you are sending, like if you want to send a private data like your password, username and password, then you should use the post method, because in post method you do not get to see values, what values you have entered, what data you have entered is not visible in the URL. But in case of get method, all the data is visible in the URL. So post method is more secure when you want to send the private data. Okay, then next is the name attribute. Name attribute basically gives name. If you want to give a name to your form, you use name attribute. Last one is the target attribute. It basically specifies the target of the address in action attribute. The target values can be as follows. Blank means the form opens in that particular window. Then underscore self, it opens in same frame as it was clicked, that is a default frame. Then the parent, top and frame name. Parent basically opens in parent frame set, top opens in full body of the window, and frame name opens in a named frame. Okay, so this is basically a target attribute. So we are not going to use the target attribute much now. Okay, so basically 4 attributes. Action attribute, which specifies URL where the form should be submitted. Method attribute, it specifies 2 values, that is get method and post method. Then is the name attribute, which is used to give name to your form, and the target attribute. So these are basically 4 attributes of form tag. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so now from here we'll learn what are different components of the form. We'll learn all different types of components of the form. So the first component of your form is a text box. For example, you want there's a name field in your form, and you will get a text box over there where you have to enter your name. So you need a text box. Typically when there's a one line text you want to enter, then you should take a what text box. Okay, we'll see the example of the text box in the next slide. So first let's see the syntax, how to create a text box. In order to create a text box, you should first open the form tag. Then you should open the tag and you should write input type is equal to text. So type is equal to text indicates that you are creating a text box. Then you will specify size, how many characters you want in your text box. So size I have specified as 30. So size is equal to 30. Name, I have given a name to my text box as username. So name is equal to username, and value is equal to, I have kept it blank. Since I have kept the value as blank, I can enter the value at runtime when I run my code. Okay, now let's see the example of how actually a text box is created. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now this is an example. Here I have taken a input string, and I have taken a text box where I have entered what input string is actually, entered the value of an input string. Okay, so first open doctype HTML tag, then open HTML tag, open head tag. Inside head tag, I've given the title as my page. Then close the title tag, close the head tag, then open your body tag. Then now comes the actual code. Now inside the body tag, if you want to create a form, first you have to open a form tag, that is inside the body tag. First open a form tag, then I have written what in bold, I have written what input string. So open B tag, write input string, then close the B tag, then give a break, because below input string I want to create a text box. Okay, so close the BR tag, then I want to create a text box. So write down, open the tag and write input type is equal to text. Then I have given the size of text as 25, and value I have kept it as null, that is blank, that is 2 double quotes, I have just kept the value as blank. Okay, so that I can type the value at runtime. Then close your form tag and close your body tag. Okay, and close the HTML tag. Now see the output. In the output I am getting what? input string, and then I'm getting the text box, and then I'm getting a text box where I've entered what? Technical publication. So this is how you create a text box. So that is when you want to enter a single line text. For example, if you in a form, if you want to write a name, okay, so you can take a text box. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, next slide में क्या है? That is what text area. Text area is similar to a text box. For in case of text box, only you can enter a single line text. But for example, if you want to write a address, you cannot write the address in single line. You will need what? Multiple lines, right? So when you want to enter multiple lines of data, then you take text area. What text area is basically used if you want to enter multiple line of text. Okay, so we'll see how to create a text area. So doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, open the head tag. In head tag, give title as my page, then close title tag, close your head tag, open the body tag. Then inside the body tag, since you are creating a form, open form tag. Then I have written one text, that is enter the desired text here. Okay, so write it and then open the tag and write down, I want to create a text area, right? So write down text area. Then in case of text area, you need to specify the calls and rows, that is how many columns of characters you want to write and how many rows of characters you want to write. So calls I have given as 40, that is vertical. Columns are vertical and rows are horizontal. So I have given how many columns? 40, and rows I have given as 5, that is 5 lines, that is horizontal. And name for my text area is my name. Okay, then close text area and close form. Let's see the output. Then close the body tag, close HTML tag. Now in the output you can see it is given as enter the desired text over here, and there is a text area which has a scroll bar over there, that is multiple lines and lines of text you can write over here. Okay, so this is how you write a multiple lines of text using a text area. Now let's move on to the next slide. Next is what? Next component is your checkbox. See, for example, there are several options, and when you want to make certain kind of selection from that options, you take a checkbox. Okay, that is there are multiple options. For example, you are given multiple fruits, okay, or you are given multiple streams. For example, you are filling the admission form, right? So for example, there are multiple fields, okay, and you want to, multiple options are given to you all, and you want to select certain options from them. So you can use what? Checkbox over there. See, syntax of checkbox is given over there. So input type, so what is syntax? You will write input type is equal to checkbox, then name of the checkbox is given as option 1, value is given as mango, and checked is equal to checked. If you write checked is equal to checked, that particular option will be selected. So man, let's see the example of how to create a checkbox. Okay, so first doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then write the head tag, then title I have given as my form with checkbox, close the title tag, close head tag, open body tag, then write down form. Name of the form is what? Checkbox form. I've given the name of form over here. What is that? Is checkbox form. Okay, div alignment I've given as center. Okay, so then what text I have written? Select the fruits of your choice. So here I am creating a checkbox where I am giving a list of fruits, and I can select multiple fruits from that list. Okay, so select the fruits of your choice, then the break tag. So here see what I have written, how I have created my checkbox. First option I am writing input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to option 1, value is equal to mango, checked is equal to checked. I've given checked is equal to checked. If I write checked is equal to checked, that particular option will be selected. Then close the tag, and what I've written, mango. So mango is my first option. Okay. Then BR tag for the new line. Then input type is equal to checkbox. Name is equal to option 2. Value is what? Next is apple. Then I have written what? Text as apple. Then your break tag. Then third option, input type is equal to checkbox. Name is equal to option 3. Value is equal to guava. Okay, so close the tag, and I have written guava as a text. Then the break tag. Then close your div tag, close the form tag, close body tag, and close HTML tag. Now you can see the output given over there. So what is the output? The text is what? Select fruits of your choice. There are 3 choices: mango, apple, and guava. Since for mango we have written checked is equal to checked, that particular option, that is mango, is checked over there. Okay, there is a tick on a mango, that is we have selected mango. So similarly we can select multiple options from that list. For apple, again, if we write checked is equal to checked, apple will also be checked. Okay, so this is how we create a checkbox. I hope it's clear to you all. We'll move on to the next slide. Okay, next is a radio button. See, if there are, it is basically used to indicate the selection from a several choices. So, but there is a difference between a checkbox and a radio button. In case of radio button, you can select only one option. But in case of checkbox, you can select multiple options from the list. For example, basically radio button is basically used for gender. For example, male or female. A gender can either be a male or a female, right? So radio button is basically used for gender. Okay. So that is, you can select only one option from the list. Okay. So let's see the example over here. Doc type HTML, then the HTML tag. Open head tag. Title is my form with radio button page. Close head tag. Open body tag. Then inside body tag we are creating a form. So open form tag. Give the name to the form as my form. Then div align is equal to left. We are starting from left. Then I have written one text as in bold. B tag. Select fruits which you like the most. Okay. Then close B tag. Then again break. Okay, so here we have created 2 lists, and we can select only one option from that list. So let's see the first list. So input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 1, value is equal to mango, and its text is what? Mango. Then the BR tag, that is break for name line. Input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 1, value is equal to apple, and what I have written? Check. Checked means that option is selected, and I have written text as apple, then break tag. Next is input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 1, value is equal to grapes, and text is what? Grapes. Okay, so this is your first list where you have selected what? Apple. Okay, where apple is selected. Here in output by mistake mango is selected, but the option selected is apple. Okay, then 3 lines. After 3 lines we have given 3 breaks, so 3 lines will be left, and then second list is select flowers which you like the most. So there is a list of flowers. Similarly, like fruits, apples, mango, apple, and grapes, another list is created which have 3 radio buttons, that is rose, lotus, and jasmine. Okay, so here jasmine is, see, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 2, value is equal to rose text is given, then your break tag. Then next for lotus, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 2, value is equal to lotus, then lotus text, again give a break tag. Input type is equal to radio, name is equal to group 2, value is equal to jasmine, and since I have written checked, jasmine should be checked. By mistake in the output lotus is checked, but actually the jasmine value is checked. So here you can select only a single value from that multiple options. Okay, that is in the case of radio buttons. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Next is what your select element, that is your pop down menu. Okay, so HTML allows us to have a pop down menu on a web page so that desired selection can be made. For example, sometimes while filling the form you want to select a state, right? So there are multiple states, so when you click on that arrow given on the pop down menu, multiple states are given over there and you can select any state you want, right? So that is basically called as pop down menu. The parameter select is for the menu component, and option parameter is used for setting the value to the option of drop down menu. Let's see the example of pop down menu. So first tag is doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then open the head tag, then your title tag. Title is what? My page. Close title tag, close head tag, then open body tag. So here we are creating a pop down menu of fruits which are mango, strawberry, banana and apple, and we are selecting banana option from the pop down menu. Let's see how to create a pop down menu. Then open your form tag, give the name to the form as my form. Then div alignment of our pop down menu we have given as center. Then here we are using select in order to create a pop down menu. So select name is equal to my menu. So my menu is the name of your pop down menu. Now we'll give the options to your pop down menu. So option value is equal to mango, then the text given is mango, close the first option. Then second option value is equal to strawberry, then write the text as strawberry, close the option. Option selected value is equal to banana. Since we want to select banana, so we are writing option selected value is equal to banana, then your banana, and close the option. Last option value is equal to apple, close in double quotes, then give the text as apple and close the option tag. Now all four options we have added over here. Now finally close your select tag, then close your div tag, close form tag, close body and close HTML. So now in the output you can see below is we have created a pop down menu which has 4 options and banana is selected. Okay, I hope it's clear to you all. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, I hope all the components are clear to you all. So what components we have studied till now? I guess we have studied text, how to create a text box, how to create a text area, then the checkbox, radio button and your pop down menu. Okay, so now what we'll do, using all the 3 components together, we'll create a single form. That is, we'll create a student registration form. We'll first see the output, how the form is going to look, and then we'll write the code for the form. So basically this is your form. This form you have to create. So what all you have to create, first is the student name. So for that you have to take what? Text box. Then your address is there, email ID, password. Then for the courses are there, so you have to use radio button for the courses. Then there's a pop down menu of select payment mode, so we are going to take it. And then the 2 buttons are there, submit and clear button. So 2 buttons we are going to create, submit button and clear button. Okay, so let's see how to design the form. Okay, so now this is your output, that is, this is your form layout. Now we'll see the code how to create a form. Okay, so design a simple HTML form for filling the information for registration of a student. Let's start with the code. So doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then open head tag, open title tag, close head tag, open body tag. Now in body tag open your form tag. Okay, so first field is what? Your student name. So in bold it is written student name. Since the name is single line text, so you can take what? Text box. How to take a text box? Close the B tag, then input type is equal to text, size I have given as 20 and value I have kept it as blank. Then your BR tag, break tag 2 times, that is it will leave 2 lines. Then is your next field is your address field. So address is a multiple line text, right? So here instead of text box you should use what? Text area. Here I have used text box, but you use text area instead of text box. Okay, so input type is equal to, you have to write text area. Then for text area you need to specify calls and rows. So specify calls and rows over there. Here I have taken text box, but you take what? Text area. Specify calls and rows, and the value you should keep as blank. Okay, next is your email ID field. So for email ID, again in bold write email, close the bold, then input type is equal to text, size is 20, and value I have kept it as blank. Then again BR tag 2 times. Then for password, so write password in bold. Then input type is equal to, for password you can keep the type as password. Then size of password I have kept it as 10, and value I have kept it as blank. Then again BR tag. Now next is for selecting the course. So you have to select only one course from the given list, right? So we'll do what? We'll take radio buttons for it. Okay, so select, write in bold, select course, close the bold tag, give the break tag, then write down input type is equal to radio, name is equal to courses, value first course is what? Computer engineering. So value I'll give it as computer engineering, and then write the text as computer engineering, close then give a break tag. Then second option, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to courses, value is equal to EXTC engineering, that is electronics engineering. So write EXTC, then give the break tag. Now the third option, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to courses, value what? Mechanical engineering. Then mechanical engineering text, write it down and give break tag. Now the fourth option, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to courses, value is equal to civil engineering, then write the text as civil engineering and close your break tag. Okay, so now already you have taken how many courses? 4 courses, that is 4 radio buttons. Now you have to select a payment mode. So write the text as select payment mode. So for that you have to create a pop down menu. So now we'll create a pop down menu. Okay, for pop down menu we are using what? Select. Okay, so select, name is equal to my menu. So name of your pop down menu is what? My menu. Now we are going to add an option to that pop down menu. So first option will be check. So option value is equal to check, and then write the text as check and close the option. Next value is cash. So option value is equal to cash, then write the cash as text and close the option. Third option value is equal to card, then write the text as card and close the option tag. Now all the 3 options are added to your pop down menu. So close your pop down menu, that is close the select tag. Close select tag, then give the break tag. Then in order to submit, you can submit or reset a form. So you are going to take 2 buttons over here. In order to take a button, you should set input type is equal to, you can set input type is equal to submit, or you can set input type is equal to reset, because there are 2 types of button. If you want to submit a form, you can click on submit button. If you want to re-enter your information, you can click on reset button. So first we'll take a submit button. So input type is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. Then input type is equal to reset and value is equal to clear. So close your form, close body and close HTML. So now this is the code for this form. Okay, I hope the code is clear to you all. If you have any doubts in the code, then we'll discuss in the online session. Okay, one more form we are going to create here to make a login and a password, that is login ID and a password. Okay, so I'll show you the output of the code first. Okay, we are going to create this form, that is a login form, where you have 2 fields, name and password field, and we'll take 2 buttons, submit and reset button. Let's design the form now using the code. Okay, so HTML tag, then your head tag, then your title tag. The title is login form demo, close the title tag and close the head tag. Then body, here BG color attribute of body tag is used, that is khaki color is your background color. Okay, then center alignment is chosen, and what is written in H2 tag? Login form. Okay, then close the center tag, then open the form tag in order to create a form. So form, name of the form is given as form 1. Then we are going to open a table tag. Okay, table tag has table row and table data. Okay, so first row, in first open the tr tag. Okay, tr tag means for table row. Okay, so first row table data is what? Name. Okay, in bold you are writing what? Name. Then close the td tag. Okay, now for entering the name you need a text box. So in td tag we'll write what? Input type is equal to text. Name is what? Name we have given for the text box as username. Okay, then close your first row, that is close your tr tag. Then open the second row, that is tr tag again, then the td tag, then in bold write word password, then close bold and close your first td tag. Then again for the second data td, input type is equal to, for password you have to set the type as password, and name I have given as what? pwd. Then close the td tag, close the tr tag. Now for third row, open the third tr tag, then the td tag, write down input type is equal to submit. For the, we are going to take a submit button. So input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit, and value of that button is submit. Close the td tag. Now take one another button, that is reset button. So next td tag, input type is equal to reset, name is equal to reset, and value is equal to reset. So two buttons we have taken, submit and reset. Close td tag. Now close your tr tag, third row, close table tag, close form tag, close body tag, and close html tag. Okay, so this is the code for your login form. Okay, I hope the code is clear to you all. That's it. Next topic will continue in the next video lecture. Okay, thank you.